welcome to Nick Studios.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Alright? So, let's get started.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, students. It's almost about 2 weeks and I think more for not meeting you. I'm sorry that I could not do a Google Mix because I have a few issues. And then, I think uh, by recording this lesson, I hope you can take a look many times with this video, yeah, and then if you don't understand you can ask me, okay? So for today's lesson we are to uh, going through unit 7 mother nature, still mother nature, because we only discuss about three uh, free topic, right? So basically, this is the writing part of the unit. All right. So are you ready? Of course, you must always be ready to learn something, right? So let's we move on to the next slides. Okay. All right. Good. Good. Okay. Before we start, I hope you will answer these questions given by me. And then the first one is it's about can you name two the nature reserve or national park of Malaysia? Okay, the first question is I already mentioned the nature reserve or national park of Malaysia in our first lesson of this unit. Do you still remember? I hope you can go back to the slides or to the notes and see the nature reserve or the national park that I mentioned to you, or even I state there in the notes. So you can answer this question easily, right? I just need to the nature reserve of national park or national park of Malaysia. Okay, so that is the first question. Number two, why do countries create nature reserve? Why do our countries create this nature reserve? For what? For what reason? Our countries need to create this nature reserve. Okay, so that is number two for the question. All right. So number three, are they important? So are the nature reserve is important? So you have to justify why it is important and why it is not important if you think that it is not important. Okay. So before you start the lesson, I want you to answer this question first. Okay. So first one, name two nature reserve or national park of Malaysia. Number two, why do countries create nature reserve? And then number three, are they important? So give reason why are they important and why not they are not important, right? Understand? All right. So let's we move on to the next slide. All right. So objectives for today is the first one. Uh, you will determine what information to include in an article describing places by underline the keywords. So after this, we will learn the how to find the keywords and then how to write an article. And then number two, of course, you need to write an article based on the announcement in activity A, which is I will explain to you later on. Right? Okay. So far, so good. All right. So let's move on to the next part. All right. Can you see the first one? Right. So let's we read the instruction. Okay. The following announcement was published in an international magazine. Read it and underline the keywords. So from the announcement, we have to find the keyword. But which one should we underline? Hmm. Can you find the keywords? Okay, I need you to try find the keyword first, okay? And then after that we discuss, right? I will give you 2 minutes to find the keywords. First, read the announcement and then find the keyword in the announcement. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, 1 more minute. It's already 1 minute passed by. Hmm. 30 seconds left. Right? Are you done? Okay. So let's we discuss. Alright. So let's we read the announcement first. Okay, I will read it for you. Write an article for Travel and Nature magazine. So the title would be write an article for Travel and Nature magazine. Right. So tell us about nature reserve or place of natural beauty that you know of. Describe the place. Say what attracts visitors to it and refer to any other special features of the place. The most interesting articles will be published in the next issue. So basically, the announcement is ask you to do the announcement asks you to write an article for Travel and Nature magazine. So, what is the keyword you have to find? Okay, so number one, the first one is the most important keyword is article. Alright, the first keyword is article. You should know that the important keyword is the article. So we know that the announcement is about what. So basically, it's about writing an article. Okay, so the next is for what? Writing article for, of course, for the Travel and Nature magazine. Okay, you have to write article for what? Must be have the reason. You must have the reason to write the article. All right. So basically, the article, the second what we call the second keyword is Travel and Nature magazine. Right. So that is the second one. So the next one is any other keywords that you found? All right. So it says that tell us about nature reserve. Okay, so write an article about for Travel and Nature magazine. So in the article, they need about the nature reserve. All right, so they need to know about the nature reserve, and then and then so nature reserve is a place of natural beauty or place of natural beauty. So basically, in the article, other than nature reserve, or you can state the place of natural beauty, right? Not your natural face beauty, but the natural environment, the nature, and then the flora and the fauna. This is not about your face or your skincare. This is all about natural beauty, all about nature, and then and environment. Okay, so the next key point. Then what more it needs? So it asks you to describe. Remember, important. Read the question carefully and underline or highlight the key point. What it needs to write the article or what it needs to in an article, right? So you need to describe what. So you need to describe what attracts visitor. Okay. So basically, after you tell the nature reserve or the place of natural beauty, you must describe the what attract visitor to go there, right? And then the last one, what it needs in the article. Hmm. So What it is in the other article is any other special features. All right. So it needs that in the article. Then after you state or you mention the what attracts visitor, you will state the any other special feature of the place. So that is the keyword that you need. The first one is article. What is the question want? And then what is the announcement about? You need to write an article for what? For travel and nature magazine. And then in the article you need what? To tell about the nature reserve or place of natural beauty. So you tell them about that, and then you have to describe what attracts visitor, and then describe any other special features of the place. Okay, so that is the key point in the announcement. So what is the use of this key point in the article? So this key point is can lead you to write a good article. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. Alright, so the next part is read the article and find out what information does writer give in each paragraph. Okay, you can read it by yourself, and I also will read it for you. Right, so let's read it together. Have you ever wondered where those cute, cuddly giant pandas you see in zoos come from? Well, last year on a trip to China, I found out. I visited the Wolong National Nature Reserve. It was an unforgettable experience. Wolong is a sanctuary for giant pandas and other endangered species. There, the pandas are protected and live in their natural habitat. Some of the pandas, especially the mothers and their babies, live in panda house, where scientists study them. Others are free to roam the mountains, where you can see them playing, relaxing, and chewing on their favorite food, bamboo. Alright? So that is the second paragraph. Wolong actually means sleeping dragon and comes from a legend about a dragon that was overwhelmed by the beauty of the valley and fell asleep there, never to wake up again. A long dragon wall has been built there as a reminder of the legend. Like the dragon, I found the landscape absolutely breathtaking. Hmm. The valleys with rivers and waterfalls surrounded by forest-covered mountains make the reserve a truly remarkable place. Okay, so that is the third paragraph. The last paragraph. If you are a nature lover, Wolong is sure to fascinate you. Seeing giant pandas in the wild is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Why not plan a trip there and see for yourself? Right? So that is the article. So what is the information does the writer give in each paragraph? Okay, what is your opinion? What is your opinion? Okay, so let's we discuss. All right. All right. In the first paragraph, all right. In the first paragraph, the writer tell us about which place he or she is going to describe and why he and she has chosen to write about it. All right. So basically, he or she uh, is going to describe and why he or she has chosen to write about it. So basically, this is the introduction part of the article, right? So that is the first paragraph. Okay, for the second paragraph, what information does writer give in the second paragraph? So the writer tells us which place he or she is going to describe. Sorry, that is the first paragraph. The writer describes a main attraction, the sanctuary, and what you can see here. So In the second paragraph, the writer explain and describe the main attraction of the place. So the writers describe about the Wolong sanctuary, right? The Wolong nature reserve, national nature reserve, and describe what is the interesting attraction was that. All right. So that is the second paragraph. Okay. The third paragraph. The third paragraph is about the writer gives some additional information about the place as well as his or her impression of it. So there is more detail or what we call additional information about the place. Beside that, about the sanctuary. For example, the writer tells the what is the meaning of Wolong. Actually, why the place is named Wolong. All right. So that is the third paragraph. Okay. For the last paragraph, which is the conclusion. So the conclusion, the writer makes a the writer makes a general comment about the place and recommends visiting it. So there is the article. Oh, I'm sorry. So the fourth paragraph is the writer makes general comment about the place and recommends visiting the place. Okay, that is the how to write the good article. Okay, so you already read the article, what is the article about, and then each paragraph you know what is the content of the article, right? So basically about the Wolong Sanctuary or Wolong National Nature Reserve, right? So what is there? The writer tell what is there, and then he or she recommend the place, right? So that is the uh, article, example of the article, right? So, okay, from the content and from the article, which one do you think is the best title? Okay, A. Discover the magic of Wolong or Wolong National Nature Reserve. Which one do you prefer? Either A or B. Okay, it is the answer is B. Why B? Because it is more interesting than uh, this is your opinion lah. This is your opinion. Which one the best title? Okay, for my in my opinion, B because it tells about what is the special about Wolong National Nature Reserve because the writer tells story what main attraction there and then what they have there. All right, so it's actually what the writer recommend for, right? So it is tell about Wolong National Nature Reserve. From the title, we can know that oh the writer is telling about Wolong National Nature Reserve. So or you can choose A. Also, you can choose A. This is up to you, because this is your opinion. A. Discover the magic of Wolong. So why you can say that it is more interesting because it refers to the name of the place being described. So that is the example of answer, right? You must have what we call you must have the justification about why you choose the place. All right. So that understand? All right. Let's we move on. All right. So from the article earlier, so basically, the writer have their way to attract articles reader. So basically, uh the first one is you must have the catchy title because when you have the catchy title, you can uh attract the reader's attention to read your article. For example, you read the newspaper and then you saw a great title of the article. You must want to read it, right? So that is the one of the way to attract the article's reader. So the second one is descriptive language. So basically, the writer use the descriptive language. For example, like cute, cuddly giant pandas, an unforgettable experience, overwhelmed by the beauty, absolutely breathtaking, and so on. So you have to describe, for example, describe the things or describe the place to make it more uh, attraction to the readers. Okay, so the readers can imagine how the place would buy, and then that is show that your article is not boring, right? So that is the second one, which is the descriptive language. All right. So the third one is address the reader personality. For example, have you ever wondered blah blah blah, and then or you can see them playing, relaxing, and so on, and then you can ask them, well, why not plan trip there and see for yourself, and you try to address the reader personality, make the readers feel question what is the place about? And then, wow, this place is amazing. I want to go there. We makes the readers really feel attract to the article and wants to go see the place by themselves or to know more about the place. Alright. So the last one is asking rhetorical questions. So what is the rhetorical questions? So, rhetorical question is a question which does not expect an answer. It is used as static writing device. So, basically, you ask question that is not needed an answer. All right. For example, have you ever wondered where those cute, cuddly giant pandas you see zoo come from? Basically, you already have the answer, but it is not the we need the answer, right? Because we want to write the article and attract the article's reader. Okay, so far so good. All right, so let's we move on to the next part. Okay, nice. So it is your turn to write an article. Before you write an article, you have to know how to write an article. So before that, you already know how the way to attract the articles reader or the way to write the articles more interesting, right? So, but how to write an article? Okay, this is the way. The first one, the first and foremost, you must read the question and find the keywords lah. That is the first and most important thing. Okay, so see the question, what you want to write articles about, and please read the question carefully or information that already give to you, right? So that is the first and foremost the important thing. Read the question carefully and the description that give it to you. Right. Then you can start to write your article. And then the first one is the title. The title is the first one you have to think of interesting title. So you can attract the reader's attention, right? So that is the title. So give your titles name. Uh give your article the good choice of title, right? Okay. The next one is the introduction. Okay, this is the first paragraph. Introduction. Okay. Give general information about the place you want to describe. Okay. Just give general information what the place you want to describe. For example, you want to tell the story about you went to the zoo negara. You just give general information about the place. Okay. This is articles about how about my experience went to zoo negara. All right, just tell general, and then don't explain because you want to explain about it in the next the paragraph, second paragraph and the third paragraph. Okay, so the introduction part also you have to refer to what makes the place interesting or what you are going to write about it. So you tell the readers what you are going to write in your next section. Okay, you want to tell, okay, your experience visiting this place, or I want to tell the what is contained in the zoo negara, what kind of animal in zoo negara, and then what you see in the zoo negara. That you just tell them general or briefly. Do not explain in the introduction paragraph. Okay, so that is the introduction. So the next paragraph, the first and the second paragraph. Okay, this is basically after the introduction. After the introduction, we move to the next paragraph, which is the content. So the first one is describe the place of any other attraction. So basically here you uh here you describe the place that you already tell in the introduction part about Zunagara. Okay, Zunagara is about what? So you describe about the Zunagara is a place of sanctuary or the place where we store animals and so on. Okay, you just tell uh attraction or describe the place in the second the first paragraph of the content, all right, after the introduction. Okay, and then the next paragraph you can give your impression of the place or describe your feelings, or even you can add more any other attractions in the next paragraph. Okay, so that is the paragraph 1 and 2 for the content, or the paragraph 2 and 3, right? So after that you already explain and you describe the place and any other attraction, give your impression and so on. And then the last paragraph would be the conclusion. So conclusion, you sum up your opinion by making general comment about the place or express your feelings, right? So that is the for the conclusion. Sum up, or you also can give recommendation for the readers for the place. Is it good or not? And you have to go, why you have to go to the place and so on, why the readers have to visit the place, right? So that is the last paragraph, which is the conclusion, right? So let's move on to the next slide. Okay, this is a few tips. Okay, you must remember, right? So please remember this tip. You can also see the tips in the page 103 in your textbook, right? So the tips here I will read for you. When writing an article describing a place, you want to catch the reader's attention and interest them. You should, like I mentioned before, use a catchy title. That is important to attract your readers. Alright? And then write about a place you are familiar with. For example, one you have been to. So basically you have to write an article with about a place you are familiar. It is quite weird if you tell the people that the place you never been there or you never going there. For example, you never going to Kedah, but you tell about Kedah, but you never going there. How you want to describe the Kedah? All right, so understand? Okay, you already in Kuala Krai. You know how Kuala Krai is big. We have zoos and we have uh park and so on. Okay, that place you already know. In Kuala Krai, you already know what we have and so on. Okay, you can tell the readers to attract the readers to come to Kuala Krai. That is example, right? So the next one, uh, think about the purpose of the article and who will read in order to write in appropriate either it's formal, semi-formal, or informal. This is really important. And then who your target readers is, especially it mentions in the question, right? So either for example, you want to give the, and you have to write an article to the people who wants to visit it. Okay, so you will more informal or informal one, right? So that is the one. So you have to write the appropriate style and use a proper language, right? If the question wants you to write to the more formal person, you have to write the informal way, or the use of word is more formal, right? So organize the article in paragraph which expand on, describe or give example of the topic. This is the content paragraph, which is the second paragraph and the third paragraph. All right. So you have to describe or give example of the topics that are being discussed. Right. So this is the important. Use the present simple to describe the place and the past simple to talk about its history. For example, Zoo Negara. Okay, Zoo Negara, you describe the place that they have animals and so on. They have elephants and so on. Use present simple, and then if you want to tell about the history, okay, how the Zoo Negara was built, and you can use the past simple. So basically, the whole article is in present simple unless you want to tell about the history, right? So try to use a lively, colorful language, or like I mentioned before, a descriptive language. Variety of word, phrases, and expression, and then so on. Okay, try to make the readers more excited to read your article, right? Understand? So far, so good. Okay, good. So let's we move on. All right. That's a brief explanation about how to write an article. So your task is already is already is already sorry, it's already the time to do the task. Okay, so your task is write an article based on the announcement. Basically, it's the same announcement as the example from the article, right? So basically, I want you to write the article based on this announcement. We already read, and then we already find the keywords in the question, right? So you just have to write the article, all right? So I don't want you to copy the article that already stated, already shown in the textbook, but you have to write your own article based on the keywords, right? Based your own experience, okay? So write an article for Travel and Nature magazine. Okay, so that is your task. Okay, got it? Don't forget to do the task, okay? Okay, let's move on. So, let's we recap for the lesson. So today you learn about how to write the articles. Okay, the first one, you learn about how to find the keywords, right? How to find the keywords in the instructions and the questions. And then the second one, okay, what is the content in each paragraph? Do you need the introduction part? You need what? In the second paragraph, you need what? You have to describe what place, okay, and so on. Same goes to the third paragraph. And then the last conclusion, you have to make a general comment or recommendation why the readers should visit the place. Okay, so that is you learn how to write an article, right? So if you don't understand, you can ask me later, and then I will explain later if you don't understand, right? So let's move on. So, the moral values for today is you must respecting our nature. Of course, you must respect our nature because if we don't have our nature, how would we want to see the nature itself is beauty, and then if you don't respect, it can become worse, and then also it can make many of the environmental issues. Right? So take care of your nature, respecting your nature. That is our moral values for today's, okay. So I think that's all for the lesson for today. I hope you can understand well, and then you can write well, and then if you don't understand, you can ask me, right? So I think that's all for today's lesson, and if you don't understand, you can ask me, and that's all from me. Bye.